Have you ever gazed at the moon and wondered if it could be your next home? The concept of venturing to our celestial neighbor is not a recent one, but a dream as old as humanity itself. It can be traced back to ancient civilizations where the moon was revered as a divine entity, igniting the curiosity of our ancestors. As time passed, this fascination gradually evolved from being a part of folklore and mythology to becoming a subject of scientific inquiry. The moon, once a distant and mystical object, began to be seen as a destination within our reach. The Renaissance period marked a significant shift as the moon transitioned from a mythical entity to a celestial body that could be studied and understood. And then came the age of science, where the moon was no longer just a mere object of wonder, but a potential destination. As we stepped into the age of science, the moon trip started to transform from a dream into a possibility. In the 20th century, a giant leap for mankind was about to take place. As the world was engrossed in the tensions of the Cold War, an entirely different kind of race was unfolding: the space race. The stakes were high, and the contenders were two of the most powerful nations on Earth, the United States and the Soviet Union. It was a competition not only for technological superiority, but also for ideological dominance. The culmination of this race was the audacious Apollo 11 mission in the late 60s. This was an endeavor that embodied the very essence of human curiosity and our relentless pursuit of the unknown. Aboard the spacecraft were three brave astronauts: Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Their objective? To land on the moon and return safely to Earth. Despite the risks and the immense pressure, the Apollo 11 mission was a resounding success. On July 20, 1969, Neil Armstrong planted his foot on the lunar surface, uttering the famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." This moment was more than just a technological triumph. It was a testament to human ingenuity, a beacon of hope during troubled times, and a symbol of what we as a species can achieve when we dare to dream big. With one small step, a new frontier was opened for mankind. Landing on the moon is not as simple as it might appear. Think of it like jumping out of a plane. You could either plummet to the ground, or you could softly glide down with a parachute. Now, in terms of spacecraft, these two options are known as hard landing and soft landing. Hard landing is like dropping a rock from a height. The spacecraft hurtles towards the lunar surface and crash lands. This method was used in the early days of lunar exploration, when the main goal was just to reach the moon, not to land safely. On the other hand, soft landing is a controlled descent. The spacecraft uses its engines to slow down and gently touch down on the lunar surface. This method, while technologically challenging, allows for the safe delivery of astronauts or equipment for lunar studies. Historically, both methods have been employed, from the hard-landing Lunar 2 of the Soviet Union to the soft-landing Apollo missions of the United States. Understanding these landing methods is critical to the future of lunar exploration. Could the moon be more than a lifeless rock in the sky? Let's take a moment to ponder this thought. The idea of establishing a civilization on the moon might seem far-fetched, but with the rapid advancements in technology and space exploration, it's a possibility that is gaining traction. Firstly, let's discuss the potential resources available on the moon. Scientists believe that there could be ample amounts of water ice in the moon's polar regions. This water could be used for sustenance, but it also has other potential uses. For instance, it could be broken down into hydrogen and oxygen. The former can be used as rocket fuel, and the latter for breathing air. Additionally, the moon is rich in helium-3, a potential fuel for nuclear fusion that could provide clean, virtually limitless energy. However, establishing a lunar civilization is not without its challenges. The moon's harsh environment, marked by extreme temperatures, lack of atmosphere, and exposure to solar radiation, makes it a hostile place for human habitation. But don't let these hurdles dishearten you. They are merely obstacles to overcome, not impassable barriers. To tackle these challenges, scientists and engineers are researching and developing innovative solutions. They're designing habitats that can shield inhabitants from radiation and regulate the internal temperature. They're also devising ways to use the moon's resources to sustain life, like using lunar soil to grow plants. Moreover, several countries are making strides in lunar exploration. Their ongoing research and missions are contributing to our understanding of the moon and paving the way for potential colonization. For instance, China's Chang'e missions are exploring the lunar surface and testing technologies for resource utilization. In conclusion, while the prospect of lunar life might seem like a plot straight out of a science fiction novel, the reality is that it could be closer than we think. With the right resources, innovative solutions, and a dash of human tenacity, our dreams of living on the moon could become a reality. The moon, once a distant dream, could become our second home. What does the future hold for our relationship with the moon? The future of lunar exploration is a canvas painted with the vibrant colors of human ambition and scientific curiosity. As we continue our journey to understand the cosmos, the moon remains a constant source of intrigue and potential. Imagine a future where a weekend getaway could mean a trip to the moon. This might sound like science fiction, but with advancements in space travel technology and private companies spearheading efforts, touristic trips to the moon may not be as far-fetched as they seem. While we're on the subject of future lunar inhabitants, let's talk about the countries leading the way. The United States, with its Artemis program, is aiming to return humans to the lunar surface by 2024. China, through its Chang'e program, has already demonstrated its prowess in lunar exploration. And let's not forget the European Space Agency's plans to build a moon village. So, is a permanent human presence on the moon within our grasp? It's a tantalizing possibility. With advancements in technology, we're inching closer to the day when we might establish a sustainable human colony on the moon. It's a monumental challenge, but if there's one thing we've learned from history, it's that humans are exceptionally good at overcoming obstacles. As we reach for the stars, our first stop might just be our closest celestial neighbor.